Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're jumping into Hearts of Iron 4, where it's all about tanks, tactics, and rewriting World War I history one decision at a time. If you're into alternate timelines and global strategy, hit subscribe. And let's get to war, guys. Okay, in our last episode we unpaused the game and started to take care of things. I think that in this episode we will continue our industrialization that we started in our last episode and to start to build up our army that hopefully will allow us to start to conquer additional territories like Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, and Chile. And by the way, one important comment. In the time where this video was recorded, the day before yesterday, the mod that we are using, the Great War Redux, was updated. I sadly came to realize when I tried to load the previous saved game that it didn't work. So what I did was basically, since it was only 2 episodes that I had recorded, basically repeat the same things at the exact same time. We only had one event that was different from the original version, but the rest was basically the same. We started another one with the new version of the mod, so hopefully we will be okay for some time. So let's get started, guys. By the way, if you like this type of content, please hit like and subscribe and become part of the channel. Here in our community, we play games mostly from Paradox for now, but in the future we will play similar games that are grand strategy games like CK3, EU4, Hearts of Iron 4, and Imperator Rome. I'm actually doing some test runs on Victoria 3, so yes, and I know I owe you the EU4 run with the Mio and Taxes mod, which is the closest thing we have available to EU5 right now. So yes, basically, if you like this type of content, please hit like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you have any feedback. It's always highly appreciated. Get into the game right at the start, and we have only 1 hour of difference between the previous saved version. This event came up. Let's see what this is about. Argentinian political situation. Argentina is benefiting from a calm political situation led by the PAN since October 12, 1904. The last elections, the authoritarianism is in a strong position in the country and ranks as a regional power. But if Buenos Aires' government position is intended to be firm, it is not impossible that the situation could degenerate due to the growing tension between the Entente and the central powers. So right now, the PAN, Partido Autonomista Nacional, Autonomist National Party, it has a 49%. So that's why they say, with 49% we are not in danger, okay. Or the opposition was very active recently, and that will change the popularity of the authoritarianism in -5%. Maybe I will go with the opposition was very active recently. Yes. We will gradually go towards the fascist, I guess. I think that will make things easier. Let's see how that affects our playthrough, actually. And yes, let's unpause the game and continue. Let's remember, we have our fleet that is being exercised. We sent a ship to repair, actually. Okay, this fleet is actually fully trained. We need to repair this one too, so let's wait for that. And we can have this fleet to go and exercise. Let's go, guys. So we now have our fleet where we want it to be. On the other side, in terms of armies, we still have these 5 divisions under Jose Felix Uriburu. Let's take a look at our neighbors, guys, in the meantime. For example, we have Uruguay, which has -10 opinion of us based on our ideology. Uruguay is basically democratic. We can improve relations our research is finished. We have the Magneto Ignition, guys. An ignition magneto is also called a high-tension magneto, is an older type of ignition system used in spark ignition engines, such as petrol engines. It uses a magneto and a transformer to make pulses of high voltage for the spark plugs. Okay, so now what do we have? We have an early gasoline engine for armored vehicle module for armored vehicles. We have wheel suspension for also armored vehicles and track design. And most importantly, we have +1 research speed. So I think that is very good. On the other hand, we can, this is 1910, so yes, we are kind of stuck here. We can gain more research speed, +1% and +1%, diesel generator and battery. I think we can go with the, yes, let's gain more research speed. We will be able to build submarines. Can we hire political advice or maybe, no, industrial concern? But I think that tomorrow, yes, now we can. Industrial research speed, that would be nice. We can increase the research speed for industrials. Also, we can gain additional political power. This is good. I mean, Vicente Gallo would give us political power gain, which, you know, we need. I'm hesitating between that and also get an army officer. We would be gaining division attack 10%. But no, let's get more political power gain, yes. But now we're producing at a rate of 3 per day. We used to be producing half that rate. So things are starting to improve very slowly. We still have 1,730 guns to produce. You can see here, they don't have all the equipment. We have 277 missing here, 276 missing here, 270 missing here, 267 missing here, and 282 missing here. So yeah, it's been a slow start and will continue to be a slow start, but we are okay. We are not going anywhere. So, and our construction to gain an additional civilian factory is on the way in 2 years. Here, let me check if we had something to do. So let's make sure that they let us know if we have this available. This will give us political power gain, loss, and weekly stability. We have a low stability, 49. World News Event, International Socialist Congress, 1910. The 8th Congress of the International was held in Copenhagen to discuss the agenda, the stance of socialists regarding the imminent war, the resolution on the struggle against war, arbitration, courts, and disarmament, confirmed the resolution of the Stuttgart Congress of 1907 on militarism and international conflicts, which included the amendments motioned by Lenin and Ross, Luxembourg. These amendments called on the socialists of all countries to use the economic and political crisis caused by war to overthrow the bourgeoisie. The resolution of the Copenhagen Congress also bound the socialist parties and their representatives in parliaments to demand that their governments reduce armaments and settle conflicts between states through arbitration courts. It urged the workers of all countries to stage protests against the threat of war. Do they really think that the war is avoidable? Great question. I guess they did. So how are things in Europe? Okay, we have Hungary over here and Austria. The Austro-Hungary Empire is still not formed. Sublime Ottoman State. So we don't have too many conflicts yet. This is huge, guys. This is actually very important because now we're going to have an army that is equipped with more modern guns, basically. Personnel and crew served weapons for infantry as well as the various other bits of kit a soldier needs. So we will be having more soft attack, Let's continue on this path. Let's make sure that our infantry has the equipment that it really needs. So we could get this, or we could get this, early grenades that will give us more breakthrough and more piercing. No, I think support weapons. Yes, that will give us more soft attack, I guess. No, more defense and breakthrough. Okay. I mean, what are the options? The options are basically not that many, right? Chemical warfare, but we are still way before that. We could actually research, yes. We can have the field gun or howitzer. Let's see. Okay, howitzer, it's 195 days. But how is the defense? They have 4. This is better, field gun. It has 6. Soft attack has 10. Wow, this one has 20. Breakthrough, it's the same. Hard attack is the same. Reliability, it's the same. Production costs. Okay, this is 8 and this is 4. And this gives us a small cannon and a small cannon. Let's get artillery manufacturer. Field gun. Yes, let's go for the field gun, guys. And we have a notification here that is letting us know that we can now change the production to, rename 1910 guns. So we can no longer produce in the 1904, we can actually produce the 1910 guns. Yes. Wow, the production efficiency really dropped. But we will get back up again. Yes, we are growing and 0.24% per day, so that's okay. We are still repairing, by the way. I will check on the dockyard because I think, it is not building any convoys. I think that's because it's still repairing ships. Early industrialization, guys, this is great. Thanks to this, we have 50% research bonus for industry. And we have 2 building slots, one in Tucumán and one in Chaco Austral. Let's check it out. Let's go to the building tab and let's see what we can build. For example, here, Tucumán, I think this is one of the parts where we build, and Chaco Austral, yes. Chaco Austral has a 20% infrastructure. Let's go back to choose the focus tree. Which one should we choose? And everything inside, early industrialization. We need to go down this road. Rural reforms and will give us 1 infrastructure, okay. Or we can have new roads and that will give us 2 infrastructure. Nice. Or we can develop Buenos Aires, that will give us a civilian factory in 70 days. I think this is the winner because here we have 1 military and 1 military. Or Mainland Focus. This will give us 2 civilian factories. Mainland Focus. Yes, at the beginning we are not going to have any problems at sea. We're going to have problems in the mainland. So yes. Our strength lies within our vast lands. And Mainland Focus will see us invest in our core territories, strengthening our hold and ensuring stability from within. Let's go, guys. And in 70 days we will be doubling the amount of civilian factories available. I guess one of them is going to go to consumer goods, probably, because it's 35%. And if there are 35% would be, yes, 2. And after that, we're going to go for the other one, that it will give us another civilian factory. So we're not going to have to wait until 1913. We will be able to build the 3 civilian factories much faster. Okay, early machine tools. This is very good. We have now a higher production efficiency cap, specifically 5% higher. So here we can, and we have this 50% bonus. This is very good. We can have factory output increased by 5%. We can have factory output increased because in the concentrated, I only get more output for the factory, but in dispersed industry, I increase the production efficiency retention. So I think this is more important. Or we can have more construction speed, or we can have Let's go for construction speed. Yes. We will be building faster, guys. 10% faster, actually. Let's continue. We are becoming a more industrialized country, you know? Let's go back to the diplomacy and why no war goal to justify a war declaration. Okay. Another war news event. Revolution in Portugal. Mirroring their former colony, Brazil, the Republicans of Portugal have couped the monarchy. A string of blunders by the monarchy, mostly concerning the colonies and technological development, provoked a very small band of rebels to come together, which quickly earned the support of nearly the entire military. Though the issues the monarchy faced are unlikely to be easily solved anytime soon, at least the anger of the public is quenched. For now, we should be careful. Now, Portugal is a republic. Should we improve relations with anyone right now? Not right now, but I guess soon enough. We had our first presidential election, guys. The 1910 election. Roque Sáenz Peña was elected president, practically without opposition. Maybe we should have some opposition. José Figueroa Alcorta is gonna be retiring, this guy, and Roque Sáenz Peña becomes the leader of the authoritarian party. And it will give, or we will have, a daily democracy support of plus 0.10. Okay, now Roque Sáenz Peña, this guy, is the president. We should then, or I mean, not right now, because right now I'm focused on trying to build up as fast as I can our industry sector. Yeah, start to think in, expanding more. Right now, the finish date, the deadline for completing the next civilian factory is January 1913. Another research is finished, guys. We gained an additional percentage point for research speed, so that is very nice. And I think, we could go for, let's try to boost our industry as fast as we can. So let's go for dispersed industry. Let's go for the dispersed industry. We gain all these buffs, so yes, let's go for this one. We need to focus on industrialization. We have to start to become more powerful. No. We don't have any advisors that can help us with that. Revolution in Mexico, guys. Storm clouds brew over Mexico. Longtime President Diaz infamously said in the Krillman interview that he was soon to retire and not going to run for re-election in 1910. This, however, was a lie that encouraged Francisco Madero to run against him as part of an anti-re-election campaign. The Magonistas, a socialist group that have been causing uprisings for half a decade, soon allied themselves with Madero. Not wanting to lose his power, Diaz arrested Madero and cruised, to victory with nearly 99% of the votes. Okay, that's probably fraud. Madero then realized that peace was no longer an option, and from exile in Texas scheduled a revolution for November 20th and issued the Plan de San Luis, calling for broad social and political reform, and himself as provisional president of Mexico. Sufragio efectivo, no reelección would soon become the slogan. Mexico prepares itself for the worst. Things in Mexico are not going that good, I guess. Oops. The Mexican Revolution. The country must be governed by someone who really loves his people and his land, who shares wealth and progress. I have all that, only that I am ignorant. Francisco Villa. Pancho Villa. The Mexican Revolution just happened, but it is still a republic, I guess, with Diaz as the leader of Mexico. Yeah. A new national focus is completed. Now we have 2 additional civilian factories. Great. Let's have a third one. A new one. Yes. Start. Let's see. We used to be expecting to finish by January 1913, sorry, and now it's April 1912. So we gain 9 months. Like I said, one of the civilian factories went to the consumer goods that the people expect 35% of our civilian and military factories to produce consumer goods. So yeah, rounding up, it's 2 civilian factories for consumer goods and 3 for the construction of new civilian factories. So that's going to be interesting to see. World news again, guys. The Liberal Party wins the 1910 UK election. The 1910 general election in the United Kingdom has resulted in a hung parliament, facing a fierce challenge from the Conservative Party and rising Labour interests. The Liberals managed to secure enough seats to form a government with the support of the Irish Parliamentary Party. This election has major implications for British politics, especially regarding the ongoing constitutional crisis and the people's budget. The Liberal Party's platform of social reform, including old age pensions and the progressive taxation system, now stands on the brink of full implementation. With the backing of King George V, Asquith's government is poised to introduce significant political changes that could reshape the relationship between the House of Commons and the House of Lords. Unexpected result, yes. Okay. We can modify government. Oh, yes, we have 150. But I don't like any of this. Yeah, no, I don't like any of these guys. No political advisors that are actually interesting. Yeah, no. Theorists, we only have 1. And the land doctrine costs. No. I think one industrial concern could be an option. We will have more industrial research speed. Yes. We need that extra speed. Yeah, we need to go faster. So that's why I think that this industrial company is going to help us. We are already increasing our research speed by 14%, guys, because we have a free trade policy. We have electrical engineering, magneto ignition, and diesel generator and battery. So I think one thing we should get, this will give us another 1%. So maybe we can go after this. We are about to finish our first year, guys. We're very close to say Happy New Year and entering 1911. Let's wait until we finish construction 1. And I think then it's going to be a good moment to put a cut in here. Yes, let's see how our training goes. Yes, it's still very slow. And the problem is basically equipment, guys. We need more equipment. We still have 1,380 to go. And we are building 2.9 per day. So we are still below the 3 per day threshold that we were before. Remember, before we changed the type of guns that we are producing, we used to produce 3 per day. Now it's 2.9. So I guess, and remember, it's going to be even faster. Hopefully we will be able to finish the first civilian factory this year, 1911. That's what I'm aiming for, you know? Okay, 11 more days and we will be having construction 1. Oh, we finished field gun before that. This one I researched it because I think it's nice to have that. But we can't produce anything because we only have 1 military factory. So yeah. The next one will be this, the support weapons. I think this will increase our defense and our breakthrough. Because on the other side, we can increase our breakthrough and 50% our piercing. Let's give our troops early grenades. Yeah, I know, I have field gun now. But I can't produce it because I don't have factories. We are 100% focused on the industrial side of things. Okay, guys, we got construction 1. So now we are faster at constructing. And let's see, right now we can go after resource gain efficiency. Could be. That is an option. It's 171 days. Or we can gain factory output. This one I like. Yes, more factory output. Let's gain more factory output. It's gonna be good for us. Okay guys, so like I said, I think now it's a very good time to put a cut in here. We've been doing and making some progress. A lot of things started to happen worldwide that is going to, point us toward the start of the World War I. That's basically it, guys. On our next episode, we will continue our industrialization process. We will continue to make Argentina great again. Yes, hopefully the world tension is going to keep going up. So that will help us to start some diplomatic plays where, we can start to aim and start our conquests. So let's see. That's it for this chapter of the war. If you enjoyed the chaos, drop a like and let me know your battle plan in the comments. Would you have gone full Blitzkrieg or held the line? It's still too early for that yet. There's more coming soon, guys. No worries. So subscribe and stay ready. Victory awaits. And thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.